my name is Adriana. I started this channel 7 years ago to basically document my journey through my first pregnancy. I had never really pictured myself as a mom, and so I wanted to just talk about my feelings and kind of what I was going through. I really also had never been around moms or around anyone that was pregnant, and so everything was just so new to me. Now, 7 years later, I'm about to have my fourth kid. There's so much that is the same, so much that's different, and I just wanted to talk about it. One of the big differences this pregnancy is, as I mentioned before, I had never really thought about being pregnant before. Like, I didn't know anything about it before I got pregnant with my first. And 3 pregnancies later into the fourth, there are a lot of things that I just feel really calm about and really comfortable with. And I've had, thank the Lord, just textbook pregnancies and births. I've been able to birth all of my kids naturally. I don't use any like epidural or anything like that, which is kind of crazy how it all worked out and what made me kind of go that route. And I love talking about this stuff. One of the things that I do whenever I'm pregnant that is kind of like a mental trick for me as like a seasoned mom is I just like am in denial as long as possible. So like, even if I know for sure that I'm pregnant, I kind of wait, just don't like to rush the process so that it doesn't feel so long. I definitely like to kind of play mind tricks with myself of like, there's nothing that needs to change about my life for as long as possible until I just can't deny it anymore. I feel like I see young moms all the time like schedule their inductions before their due dates even. And I feel like that's a mental trick that can help you make it to the end. It's like, expect your pregnancy to go even longer than your due date, expect it to feel like forever, and just ignore it completely, and you find yourself looking up and you're like, oh my gosh, like I could have my baby any day now. I found out a little bit sooner than I have in my other pregnancies. My other pregnancies, like I kind of knew, but I never really tested officially until like way later, and I started the process with like my OB appointments and everything like way later than you normally would. Like with Santi, I think it was like 5 months. I was like 5 months pregnant, which I didn't know I was that far along. So with this pregnancy, I kind of knew like early on, but I didn't really start my OB appointments and stuff until later, and I wasn't really sure how far along I was. And so that was kind of the same in some ways. But with that being said though, me finding out a little bit sooner than I have in my other pregnancies, I knew that the timeline was gonna feel really long. Another big difference is that I've had mostly like spring babies or like early in the year. And so with this baby being due in June, it feels like a long time until she gets here. Even Ace, he's like, Mom, June is so far away. Like we're not gonna see her until so far. And so that's something that has been really different. Normally it's like holidays, and then I'm kind of at that point where it's like, well, technically the baby could come any day now. It's kind of pacing out the year, and kind of how I'm viewing that has been really different. One of the things that has been so exciting about this pregnancy, even though it's my fourth, is that my 2 oldest, so Valentino and Ace, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old, they are so excited about this baby. When you're building your family, like obviously the first kid just has no idea what to even expect, like what it's gonna be like. And with Valentino, whenever I was pregnant with Valentino, I just had so much like guilt, and I was just, I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt so bad almost for Ace. He wasn't going to be the only kid anymore. And the more kids that I have, I realized it's so the opposite of that. The worries that I had, Ace feeling left out, I don't know, just feeling bad about being able to split my time and stuff like that. Like I see that it enriches their life so much more. I found your bird. My bird. Can I have it? Thank you. This is my bird. This is what Ace picked out for me from the Christmas store at school. And Valentino always finds it, and he's like, Mom, your bird, your bird. Anyway, but I've realized that it enriches their life so much more than I ever could on my own. Like all of the time and energy that Ace got just by himself whenever it was just me and him is nothing compared to what he gets out of having siblings. Like watching, I'm like getting emotional about it, but like watching him grow as a big brother has been so cool. And Valentino too, just to see his love for Santi and like how he takes responsibility for him and like helps him with things, and that has just been so cool. And so if you're worried about having another kid, like we waited a long time to have our second kid, and honestly after we had Valentino, there were points that I was like, oh, I wish I would have had a baby sooner so that Ace could have someone like closer in age. it's all been ended up being perfect, of course. Like, I love their age gap, and Ace is able to help me so much with Valentino and Santi, and he's so excited about the new baby. And so that's a really big difference this time, that I don't have that same guilt or like worry of like, well, what about the other kid? A huge difference this pregnancy is that I am having a girl.
It's a girl. I thought it was a boy.
Surprisingly, I've felt the exact same as I have my other pregnancies, like same cravings, same energy levels. I've heard that like whenever you have a boy that you crave like savory stuff, and when you have a girl you crave sweet stuff, and I just crave savory stuff still. The other thing that I've heard is like your girl like steals your beauty whenever you're pregnant. And I will say, I mean, I don't know, I'll probably look back on this and be like, oh yeah, definitely, like my face is different or something. But the biggest thing that I've noticed is like I've never had skin problems. Like my skin has always been just like naturally radiant. Like I don't have like skin issues at all. And in my skin, like I could literally use like hand soap on my face and my skin would be normal. But this pregnancy, it has been like so sensitive. Like if I'll get like these flare-ups of like redness around my mouth, like you maybe can see it even now. I felt pretty much the same in every other regard, but just like my skin, like even my hands, like they just get so dry that they're like cracked. And so really my skin is like the biggest thing that I've noticed, and it just like to me looks more dull and just different. But I don't know, I've heard like your nose changes and stuff, and I don't know, maybe mine has, but don't tell me if it has. Valentino and Ace are both really excited about having a girl. They both ask about the baby all the time. Valentino says that he has a baby in his belly too, which is so funny. A huge change this pregnancy is that I quit my job, and this will be the first baby.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi. This will be the first baby that I'm not, like, work isn't in the back of my mind. I don't have any plans of going back to work, and so that has added to the peaceful feeling that I feel this pregnancy, where my job that I just quit actually like was so heavy. Like everything kind of came back to me. I was a college volleyball coach, and so there's always recruiting or recruits that I should be talking to, or new people I should be discovering, or things that my team needed. And I worked for a small college, and so there's just not resources like to have somebody that can take over for you while you're gone. Yeah, that looks good. Thank you.
Welcome. I need to play with it.
And so I was always, you know, even like with Valentino, you know, 2 weeks postpartum, I have him like in a wrap, and I'm like at spring training, and so things like that, you know, it was a blessing. Like I never would bash my time at that job, but just looking back, you know, it just did not mesh with motherhood, and that was really hard at times. But now I am just staying at home, and I'm fighting the urge every single day to try to like find something to do to like contribute financially or whatever. Like I'm really trying to just rest and like be at peace and be still and just be what my family needs right now, instead of like trying to find something to do. Like I'm a naturally ambitious person, and so I always like want to be like succeeding at something or like doing something, and I'm trying to channel my energy towards like my home and like feeding my family nutritious meals and like being the best mom that I can to the boys. And so I'm trying to like put my competitiveness and like ambition into that, and honestly it's been really fun, like a really fun challenge, because it's hard. Like it's not something that just comes naturally to me, and I definitely want to make a video about that, of just like figuring out how to actually be like a homemaker, like how to make your house run smoothly, and like to have a peaceful, clean home, and to have these systems that, you know, work for your family, and to take care of all the things that need to be done, because it never ends. And that's something that has been so different this time, is like I'm so at peace with motherhood, and I don't feel stress at all whenever it comes to being a mom or like running my home. And that's something, you know, this new baby, I'm just so excited to be just such a more peaceful mom whenever she comes into the world. as I mentioned, we're having a girl, and that's so different. And so that's something mentally that like I'm preparing for, like my spirit almost, you know, as a girl, as a woman. There's complicated relationships between moms and their daughters. Like everyone has that, I feel like. And my mom is an amazing mom. We're so close to this day. I think we talk literally every single day. But, you know, just teenage years and all that stuff, like I just am trying to make sure that I am like just such an amazing girl mom. I want to have an amazing relationship with her. Like my husband is like claiming her like as his, like he's so excited to have a daughter, but I'm like, no, she's gonna be my
Mom,
girl.
I
Like,
built that for you.
I love this. Thank you. Like, I just want to have such a special bond with her as her mother, and for her to love having me as a
Mom,
mom,
don't
not
bake it.
be like scarred from
Mom,
having
just
me as a
don't
mom.
bake it.
Obviously, there's a lot that'll be the same with this baby. Our family values and like how we're raising her will be the same as our boys in some ways, different in some ways too. You know, I definitely feel for her in her teenage years. Tavis is not gonna play whenever it comes to like clothes and modesty and things like that, and I won't either. Like I understand the importance of that stuff, and I'm just excited to see her. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see her. What the heck is she gonna look like? You know, Ace and Valentino, they both they look like siblings. Santi just
Mom,
came out of nowhere. Like,
put your hand in there and do that.
okay,
Yeah.
let me try it.
Just don't bake it. That's
Okay,
all.
I will not break it, that's all. Ooh, that was close. I think I almost broke it. Don't break it.
Your dad could be mad.
Don't get mad. If somebody breaks something, you just say, that's okay, accidents happen.
I know.
Santi, like, he came out of nowhere. He's so light. Like, his skin tone is so light. His hair is even light. His eyes are light. He looks like somebody else's kid compared to Valentino and Ace. So I'm just curious, like, is she gonna have the dark hair like Valentino, or like the medium brown hair like me and Ace, or the light hair like Santi? A lot of people are excited for this pregnancy, more so than I feel like other people probably get to experience in their fourth pregnancies, because we've had 3 boys and now it's a girl. A lot of people, they're like, okay, so you got your girl, like, yay, like you guys are done. It's like, I don't know, you know, we'll see. Maybe we'll have more. I definitely don't know that I was mentally prepared for this to be my last pregnancy, my last baby, because it happened so soon after Santi was born. And so we'll see how I feel once we're like navigating life with 4. I do feel like once you go more than 4, you are like truly committing to a big family. Like everything changes. Car situation, house situation. Like right now, Ace and Valentino share a room and Santi sleeps in our room, and we'll put Santi in the room with the big boys probably whenever she's born. I don't know. I feel like he already is ready for that and wants to be in there. But whenever they're little, it has been awesome for them to share a room. Like Ace is really afraid of the dark and Valentino is a great sleeper, and so they just help each other with that. Definitely loving the idea of having a big family and excited for that. So thanks for following along, and I'll see you in my next video.
Oh, what is it? Interesting. I found this red thing.
What I got?
Well, be careful.
But I
One with
still
one
got
arm.
you, Mom.
Look. Let me
Here,
see.
look closely.
Okay.
Mom.
See these?
Let me see in your little hand.
Look at the red one. Doesn't it look like there's a gold one inside?
Yeah, it does. It must be some type of seed or something.
Maybe it's growing, the gold one is growing out of the red one.
Could be.
That's what I thought. Hey, Belly, a
What if we
squirrel.
look this up and it's like poop or something?
It's not. It's not. Okay, look it up, please. Please look it up. Ow, ow, ow.
Okay, well, it's time to go on inside, you guys.
No!
Yay! Good job, Wood.
Pass.
So dunk it. Go put it in.
Go put it in something.
Get it in there. Boom, baby.
Yay! Wow, you got past my defense? That's crazy. Ready up?
Deep shot, deep shot. Good. That's good.